And now, around the world and around the corner, it's the David Bowers Awards, bringing the best in indie music to millions of listeners worldwide with your host, the David Bowers. We've got a fantastic lineup of guests, as well as our engineer extraordinaire, Nick the Geek, our entire crew here at the Asylum, and me. I'm John Bon Jovial. And now, here's the voice of indie music, the David Bowers.
Well, hello once again. Welcome aboard for another hour of music and good things. And we've got a great show for you today. A couple of great guests, including a newcomer. And actually, both guests will be newcomers to our audience because neither has been on the show before. And we also are going to flash back with our opening tune today because this is a guest that we had on, I don't know, it was back in January, I think, when we did the show with Lazy Indie Magazine from India. This is one of the artists who was on the show, and this is her brand new tune. So I'd like you to give a listen to Cherise D'Souza and Stepladder.
We get down and out a bunch of times. It's hard to make ends meet. It's a rich man's world, so much amiss. Not a fame and popularity. They told us to stay down. You know we built up the town with no credibility. When we were ordered around, we pulled our hands to the ground. Strangers left, we fought to be free. They keep their egos so sky high. They make their promises all lies. Take a fall, they get political. They'll take you down if they have to. You're invisible. Then you just a step ladder to conquer the world. They favor the beautiful and the fools. They take them for a high-class ride. Once you solve your puppets, off you go. Life moves on, they don't need you back. Then you put in your best, you try to move ahead. They make it hard to be alright. They say we're fooling around and cut our finances down. They make you stay at work all the time. They keep their egos so sky high. They make their promises all lies. Take a fall, they get political. They'll break you down if they have to. You're invisible. Then you just a step ladder to conquer the world. Oh yeah. Step ladder. So you thought you would have it easy. You thought you would have it smooth. It's all the rules to break you down, to make you fall down again. So you fight back all over again. They keep their egos so sky high. They make their promises all lies. Take a fall, they get political. They'll take you down if they have to. You're invisible. Then you just a step ladder to conquer the world.
Cherise D'Souza, dynamic singer-songwriter from Mumbai, India. She writes and performs songs in various genres. I mean, she does funk, pop, country, blues, rock and roll, even reggae, Western classical, jazz, and of course her own compositions. We are so fortunate to have had her on the show already this year, and she's performed all over India as well as in Germany, France, Ireland, and London, part of various choirs, collectives, and tours. So we are very happy for her. Hope you like her new sound, which was a bit nitty-grittier than what she's done in the past. Don't you think, John?
Yeah, I like what she's done. Of course, I liked a whole lot what she did when we had her on the show in January. I think she's doing a pretty excellent job, and she's going to go places. The music kind of, while I'm listening to it, I'm thinking to myself, where are the influences here? Because I'm hearing something, a familiarity, but I can't put my finger on it other than the fact that I think that she's taken a style from maybe a half dozen different acts and put them together successfully as one, which is kind of hard to do if you think about it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I know what you're saying, though. She has, and she's definitely a high-energy performer. She really gets into what she does and does it very well. Cherise D'Souza is the young lady's name, and we thank her very much. Again, hope you like her new tune, Stepladder, which is out now and available. And, of course, Cherise is available online if you'd like to, catch her on social media, follow her, drop her a line. Cherise is Sherise, and D'Souza, D''Souza, Cherise D'Souza. And hope you like her. We hope you go out and buy her music. And we hope we get her back on the show again in the not too far distant future. Again, listeners, welcome. We want to thank you for joining us here on the weekly Pandemic Cast. And although indications are we might possibly, don't want to jinx us, but we might possibly be getting past the pandemic stage. We can only hope. How about you, John Bon Jovial?
Well, I tell you what, a major accomplishment from my wife and myself last Friday, as we record this show, we got our first vaccination. We got the Moderna vaccine, and so, yeah, it's just, it's the mental relief of knowing that there is quite possibly a real, true, honest-to-God light at the end of the tunnel where we can maybe get back together again. Already in the news today, the Centers for Disease Control, based in Atlanta, I believe is where they are, they're saying that if groups of people are fully vaccinated and have been fully vaccinated for at least 2 weeks, that they can all get together now without wearing masks. And I think that is that's huge. That is absolutely huge, because I don't know about you. I wear the mask wherever I go, but I hate the damn thing. I hate it with a passion, but I know it is my...
I am with you.
Yeah, it's my responsibility to wear it, not only to protect myself, but to protect those people around me.
Right, and that's the bigger part. You were doing more to protect others than protecting yourself, or at least as I understand it.
Absolutely. So that's what's going on in Bon Jovial land. The legendary Mr. Bon Jovial got his first vaccine, and I tell you what, both my wife and I, it's just like a major woo-hoo. Now, we had to travel a little ways, but we got it.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that, but I was really kind of disappointed because you and I've been together with you when you've gotten shots before, but usually they were over the counter in a glass.
Yeah. Yes, and I think the purveyor was a fellow named Mr. Daniels. If I recall.
Yeah.
Mr.
Sure,
Daniels.
yeah.
Yeah, his buddies call him Jack, and it's fun time.
It's fun time here on the David Bowers Awards, where every show is an award show because there are so many. We just decided we'd make every show an award show, and that makes every guest an automatic award winner. So keep that in mind, and if you know someone whose music you'd like to hear on the show, or perhaps you'd like to recommend them as a guest, drop us a line to David at TheDavidBowers.com, and who knows? Maybe we'll check them out. Well, we will definitely check them out, and maybe, just maybe, we'll get their music on the show. Our first award of the week, since this is being recorded on International Women's Day, our first award is to International Women's Day and all the women in the world, especially those in music. The theme of International Women's Day this year is Choose to Challenge. And it goes on, a challenged world is an alert world. Individually, we're all responsible for our own thoughts and actions all day, every day. And we want to include in the salute one of our favorite guests and favorite women in the world, Nikki Chris, who's been on the show several times. She now has a podcast, Kicking It with Nikki Chris, where she talks to indie women in indie music every week. And we'd like to suggest you check that out. You can. She's on the SIM radio network, Sisters in Music Radio, SIM. And you'll find her podcast there, empowering women in the music, entertainment, and performing arts. You can also follow her on Stitcher. So check her out. Nikki Chris, the Sisters in Music radio show, and her show, Kicking It with Nikki Chris, on Stitcher, on the SIM, Sisters in Music radio network. Check her out. And we want to give thanks also to Kitty Bingo for Texas Rock and Roll and our theme music that we've had with us now for 8 years, over 8 years. We want to salute Steve Litvak's Rock and Roll Rumble show that follows the David Bowers Awards on Rochester Free Radio in Rochester, New York. And, of course, Armand Spins. You can't miss that. WRFZ FM 106.3 in Rochester, New York. Armand spins some really off-the-wall stuff, and you'd be surprised at some of the, what I think should have been hit music that we may have missed. Believe me, he'll find them for you. And don't forget, Jeff Moulton's Oldies, ABC Oldies, Saturday evenings at 8 o'clock on Rochester Free Radio. Be sure to be there and check them out. And with that being said, we're going to move along here now, and we're going to have to get along to our first guest, and she is another young lady. Her name is Katryna Alexis, and I heard this track we're going to play a few weeks ago, and this is another one. When I heard the track, I said, we should try and get her on the show. And Jill at Nashville Entertainment Weekly in Nashville, coincidentally, was able to do that because it's part of her stable of talent that she works with. And we're very thankful for Jill for arranging this, and we're thankful for Katryna for joining us. So here she is. Her tune is Deserve Better. This is Katryna Alexis.